I'm Kendra Cook, your host for today's DCTV News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association, which is the special district association responsible for bringing the area free-to-access TV stations over the air by antenna. This is a community TV station. If there is a news story or event information that you would like to share, you can call us. It's 970-677-4119. If you're a business or organization, we welcome you to find out about sponsorship opportunities for banners or video segments run on the channel. This is the Wednesday program, which is aired at noon, 2, and 6 p.m. It is also available on demand online at both our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. This is the program for January 8th, 2020, DCTV's News at Noon. Reported in the Journal with a photo, San Miguel rescue. Motorists relying on GPS route finding technology have triggered a series of rescues on the snowy Dolores-Norwood Road, forcing a winter closure by Dolores County until further notice, officials reported. The temporary vehicle closure begins just north of the Kinder Morgan compression station and ends at the San Miguel County line. Barriers are being installed this week. The closure does not apply to on-snow winter recreation, such as snowmobiles, snowcats, skiing, and snowshoeing. Quote, "This is in response to multiple missions to rescue motorists stuck and stranded," said Keith Kiesling, our Dolores County emergency manager. "This is being done to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the county residents and visitors to Dolores County. In many cases," he said, motorists were relying on a GPS device or Google Map app showing the Dolores-Norwood Road as a possible route to the Norwood and Telluride area. Except there's a problem. It is not plowed in the winter past the compressor station. Signs are posted warning drivers. This is the most winter rescues of motorists in such a short time frame, officials have said on the road, Kiesling said. Since Christmas Eve, there have been 6 rescues, including 2 on Sunday involving one driver trying to reach Norwood and one coming south from San Miguel County. Quote, "Most of the time when the driver sees that there are only snowmobile tracks ahead, they turn around," Kiesling said. Everybody was okay and hopefully learned something. Dolores Search and Rescue used snowmobiles to reach the stranded parties, and there were no injuries. Vehicles were also retrieved. Cell service is spotty in that area. Besides lacking situational awareness, drivers who get stuck also make the mistake of choosing the shortest route suggested by GPS route finding apps that don't factor in winter conditions. One motorist who became stranded was from Cortez, but he had just recently moved to the area. Also on Christmas Eve, a Texas family relying on a GPS route to get to Norwood from Durango ended up lost on a snow-packed mountain road, spending the night in wintry conditions in the San Juan Mountains and kicking off a robust search and rescue mission. The family was delivering furniture to Norwood in a rented truck. Mesa Verde prescribed burn notice with a Journal file photo. The Journal reported Mesa Verde National Park is planning a prescribed fire between January 13th and March 29th, weather permitting, in the Chapin Mesa area. The prescribed burn is being conducted to dispose of material created during fuel reduction projects from last summer. The prescribed burn area is 1 acre in size, and fuels are primarily comprised of gamble oak, pinyon, and juniper. Burning at this time of year should produce low-intensity fire behavior while still achieving desired fuel reduction goals. Ignition operations should take 1 day, but the unit may produce smoke for several days afterwards. Visitors to Mesa Verde may see smoke in the southwestern part of the park during the prescribed burn. Prescribed fire smoke may affect health. For more information, you'll want to go online to colorado.gov/cdphe/wood-smoke-and-health. Or for more information, you can contact Rob Smolzinski at 529-5062. Reported by the Durango Herald with a photo by Jonathan Romeo. Last January, Randy Yellowman died in an explosion while working at a natural gas well pad just south of Durango, and 1 year later, it appears investigators will never know what ignited the flare-up that caused his death. Yellowman, a 47-year-old Native American man who lived in a small community between Farmington and Shiprock, New Mexico, was working as a contracted truck driver and was alone at the time of the explosion. His body was found later in the day by ranchers. According to pages of documents obtained in an open records request, investigating agencies have been stumped as to what ignited the explosion that day, January 2nd, 2019. And what has further perplexed the investigation is that Yellowman had been working the job for 17 years. So why, on this day, did things go so terribly wrong? It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, said an on-scene investigator the day after the explosion. Yellowman's death, however, has not come without consequences. This summer, the U.S. Department of Labor's Occupational Safety and Health Administration fined Yellowman's employer, Farmington-based Overwrite Trucking, Inc., more than $10,000 for safety violations and procedural failings that likely led to his death. In December, Colorado's top oil and gas regulators issued a notice of violation to the Catamount Energy Partners, LLC, the Denver-based company that owned the well pad, which could result in thousands of dollars in violations. And Yellowman's family has brought a wrongful death lawsuit against the company that built the tank, American Manufacturing Equipment, based out of Farmington, seeking compensatory and punitive damages. The companies involved in Yellowman's death either did not return calls or declined to comment to the newspaper. Around 7:30 a.m. January 2nd, 2019, Yellowman arrived at the well pad about 6 miles west of Ignacio, just off of an unnamed road near County Road 318, which lies within the massive San Juan Basin natural gas field that extends from southwest Colorado to northern New Mexico. When natural gas is extracted from thousands of feet beneath the surface of the earth, the process also brings up groundwater, which is stored on site in tanks. The liquid, referred to as produced water, can contain oil, hydrocarbons, and a range of potentially flammable compounds. Yellowman's job that day was to transfer the produced water from the storage tank to his truck, a routine procedure. He was nearly finished, investigators say, when the tank exploded. Yellowman was launched from the tank and killed instantly, according to investigators, with his body found a few feet away near his truck. The water tank was strewn hundreds of feet away in a field. Around 11 a.m., 2 local ranchers came upon the scene, and they found Yellowman and called 911. Because the well pad is on private land within the jurisdictional boundaries of the Southern Ute Indian tribe, tribal police were first on the scene. But Lindsay Box, a spokeswoman for the tribe, said that the explosion was not on tribal trust land and did not involve the tribe or a tribal member. Quote, "For that reason, the tribe has not taken the lead in investigating the accident, but has assisted state agencies when necessary," Box said. OSHA and the Colorado Oil and Gas Conservation Commission, which oversees oil and gas production in the state, took the investigation over. And in an open records request to OSHA, however, all of the Southern Ute tribe's investigation, including an autopsy report, were redacted. Box did not respond to a request seeking those documents. The day after the explosion, investigators with OSHA and COGCC scoured the scene and looking for clues. The tank on Yellowman's truck was nearly full, indicating he was almost done with the transfer. The truck itself appeared in good working order, and Yellowman, who was considered very experienced by his bosses, had visited the site on a daily basis. Transferring produced water is inherently risky business, however. Tanks that store produced water hold the risk of exploding because of the vapors that exist inside the tank between the produced water and the top of the tank. Investigators know why the explosion happened. What they don't know is what ignited it. The scarcity of information as to the operator's actions on site were a contributing factor in the lack of a conclusion, OSHA wrote in its report. The only evidence found at the scene that was slightly out of the ordinary was a handheld torch that belonged to Yellowman. But according to Overwrite policy, no torch work is allowed at well pads, and if the need arises, say to unfreeze a valve, employees are required to call in any non-routine work. While an ignition source hasn't been pinned down, investigators did find a number of failings with the companies that at least played a part leading up to Yellowman's death. OSHA, in fining Overwrite, said the company did not properly train its employees to protect themselves from potentially explosive situations, or even put up signage about the risks. Yellowman's truck, too, was not grounded to dissipate the potential buildup of static electricity that happens during fluid transfers, something Smith told investigators is not company policy. Overwrite, which has been in business since 1991, was fined $10,608. The COGCC, in its investigation, which is pending, said Catamount Energy also failed to adhere to proper safety protocols. Tanks were not properly labeled with fire danger warnings, the site was strewn with debris, and Yellowman should have been instructed he was not allowed to have a personal hand torch. State regulators ordered Catamount Energy to completely reevaluate its fire safety procedures, yet investigators have expressed concern. By not knowing what ignited the blast, how can a similar situation be prevented in the future? Quote, "At this point, all the agencies can do is make sure rules are in place to help prevent future occurrences," said Megan Castle, a spokeswoman with COGCC. And now, let's take a look at our local weather forecast. Today should be partly sunny with a high near 36 degrees. South winds will be noticeable at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 19. Southeast winds lower to around 5 miles an hour. For Thursday, we do expect scattered snow showers, now mainly beginning after 2 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a high near 33 degrees. South winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, bringing blustery conditions to the roads possibly, but the chance of precipitation is now lowered to 40%. Thursday night, we remain at that 40% chance of snow showers, cloudy with a low around 17. South-southeast winds around 5 miles an hour, shift north-northwest after midnight. And then into Friday, the chance drops to about 30% for snow showers in the morning, then mostly sunny with a high near 27. North winds will make it feel even colder with 10 to 15 mile an hour winds and gusts to 25 miles an hour. Friday night, mostly clear with a low chilly around 7 degrees. And for the weekend, expect Saturday to be mostly sunny with a high near 28. Saturday night, a slight chance for snow showers. Mostly cloudy and a low around 12 degrees. And then into Sunday, a chance of snow showers, partly sunny with a high near 29. Sunday night, a slight chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy skies with a low around 12 degrees. And lingering into next week, Monday still shows a chance of snow showers, partly sunny with a high just near 29 degrees. And Monday night, mostly cloudy and a low to 16. And now, back to our news. A license to drive. What are the implications for non-citizens, as reported by the Durango Herald, with an AP photo, Brennan Lindley. The Department of Motor Vehicles office in Durango has begun offering its first driver's license appointments to undocumented and temporary legal immigrants. In 2013, the Colorado legislature passed Senate Bill 251, which launched the statewide driver's license program for immigrants. But the program has been backlogged. After new 2019 legislation, the Durango DMV and 4 others are now part of the state's attempt to tackle the backlog. Quote, Colorado is helping to ensure that more families and individuals, particularly those living in rural areas, can access their workplaces safely and more easily and take their kids to school, wrote Marissa Molina, FWD.USA, Colorado State Immigration Manager, in a news release. FWD.US lobbied the legislature in favor of the 2019 legislation. The 2013 Colorado Road and Community Safety Act, SB 251, allowed immigrants to receive driver's licenses if they could fulfill extensive paperwork requirements, pass written and driving tests, and provide proof of vehicle insurance. In response to backlogged appointments and access issues, the state in 2019 authorized 5 rural licensing centers to accept SB 251 driver's license applications. In addition to Durango, Montrose, Glenwood Springs, Lamar, and Pueblo can also process the applications. In June, 2 more rural offices, Alamosa and Sterling, will start that program. The expansion nearly doubles the number of available daily appointments from 186 in 2019 to 428 by just this July. 4 of 56 licensing centers in the state processed first-time applicants and renewals from December 2017 to March of 2019. Thousands of people vied for about 200 daily appointments at the centers, all located in urban centers, according to Westword. The backlog heavily affected rural residents. Not only did they have to wait months for an appointment, but they also had to drive long distances and miss work to travel to an eligible DMV, Carcut said. The Durango DMV did not respond to a request for comment on Tuesday. It is unclear if the program would affect wait times or appointment availability at the center. And a report on the Millwood Junction in Mancos from the Journal with their file photo. After just a few months under new ownership, the Millwood Junction restaurant in Mancos will be sold again, said Glenn McCord, who served as general manager since October. William Lapin, who owns the American Holiday Mesa Verde Inn in Cortez, bought the restaurant this past fall. McCord said Lapin decided to sell it in December because of operational difficulties. Quote, "We were losing more than we were making," he said. Millwood Junction has been in Mancos since the 1970s. It was built by the parents of previous owner Joanne Rifle. The sale to Lapin was finalized September 30th after about a month of talks, McCord said on Tuesday. The Rifle family would like to extend a sincere thank you to our patrons throughout the local communities of the Four Corners area, the family wrote in a thank you letter published by the Journal last October 28th. Without your support during our 42 years in business, the Millwood would never have become the icon it was. The property was sold for $600,000 according to the Montezuma County Assessor's Office. According to MACUS Administrator Heather Alvarez, the town gave the new owners a temporary liquor license valid until 11:59 p.m. December 31st by transferring the existing license to the new owners. McCord said because they decided to sell the restaurant, they did not apply for a new liquor license. The new owners installed windows, improved the bathrooms, and added cold prep tables to the kitchen, McCord said. They also replaced existing Millwood employees with staff members from the American Holiday Mesa Verde Inn, McCord said, citing conflicts with former employees. The new owners officially closed the restaurant December 23rd, McCord said. Next week, they plan to advertise the restaurant's sale with an asking price now of $950,000. And today's High Canyon Country happenings. January 10th is the next murder mystery event at the Granary Bar and Grill in Monticello, Utah. If you've ever wanted to play a real-life game of Clue, join the Granary for a night of intrigue and thrilling mysteries. Become your character and help us find the murderer in the room, they say. The price is $140 per couple and includes personalized murder mystery characters, fully interactive 3 to 4 hour game, fully catered 3-course dinner, and non-alcoholic drinks. You can inquire about a room for the night at the Gristmill Inn, located in the heart of southeastern Utah's national parks. You can contact Jen for more information or to make your reservation. It's 435-713-5805. January 11th, it's Reader and Spencer hit the road to Rico. Starting at 7 p.m., they say, before cabin fever sets in, get out of town, play in the snow, listen to Reader and Spencer at the Enterprise Bar and Grill, and stay the night. Budget lodging is available at the Rico Mineshaft Inn. And January 10th, Fireball Friday with DJ PA. Starting at 9 p.m., it will be at Blondie's in Cortez. Requests, hip-hop, dance, country, hard rock, zydeco, techno swing, Gregorian throat chanting, etc. LOL. $3 Fireball whiskey shots will be available all night, and it starts at 9 p.m., 21 years and over, and no cover charge. And I post up all of these High Canyon Country happenings on our Facebook page, which is DCTV News at Noon, where you can also watch the program replay along with the news links and stories of local interest. And you too can share other events or news and join in on the conversation. Again, this is your local community TV station, so if you have something you'd like to share, contact us by email, dcbnnews@gmail.com, or you can call us at 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in to News at Noon. Programs are broadcast Monday through Friday with replays online on our YouTube channel or DCTV News at Noon on Facebook. If you like the program, please like and follow us on Facebook and share it with your friends and family. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Again, thank you for tuning in.